You know, Lena, I was in a summer school this summer in this course, How to Win Every Negotiation. And I learned a lot about negotiating and about winning. And my prof showed me the 99 Tactics by David Rosen, but they sound so complicated for me. I know I understand them and they sound logic, but I still don't know how to use them in my daily life.
Oh, Josie, I can understand that problem. I had the same. But based on that, I designed a framework with real-life situations, which helped me a lot. So I can show you.
Oh, that would be great.
Let's go! So let me introduce my framework. The framework is based on power. Power is really important in negotiation. But not just my own power. It's also important to consider the power of the other party. So I designed the framework based on the x-axis, my own power, and on the y-axis, the perceived power. It's also important to consider that there are a lot of more aspects to consider in negotiations, but my framework is based on the aspect of power.
Oh wow, yeah, I understand. It sounds interesting. I think I have an example in my mind. Can I try to explain it on this framework?
Yes, of course. I have separated the framework in 4 different kind of areas. So the first one is high own power, but low power of the other party. The second one is high power of the other party, but low own power. The third one is high own power and high power of the other party. And the fourth one is low power of the other party and as well low power of my own.
Oh yes, I understand. I think I remember an example where I had low power and the other party had high power. It was when I asked for vacation, and I know it was a rough time in my company and I had to ask my boss. And my boss was the party with the higher power and I definitely had the lower power. And when I now try to use the 99 tactics, I think I can, for example, use tactic 44, compliment the target. I should start the situation with giving a compliment to my boss. Or tactic 48, use occasional humor. When I use occasional humor, I think I could ease the situation. Or, for example, tactic number 54, ignore negativity. I know it was a rough time, but I shouldn't ignore his negative attitude. And tactic number 58, never acknowledge weakness. I know that I have lower power than the other party, but I should never show my boss my weakness. And I think I should use these tactics for my next situations.
Yes, exactly. I can show you another example where I was not directly negotiating, but I experienced a situation in my life. So my parents were separated and they were arguing about us, so me and my brother. And I experienced that they also used tactics from the 99 tactics we also discussed. I saw that they used the tactic 41 or the 5, develop a profile on their targets, which helped them to find a better solution in the end, or the agreement on broad favorable principles. So they used to find accordances which helped them to come to a conclusion which is also good for us, so for me and my brother. Moreover, they used the tactic 31, so they bundled terms together. They made the situation clear that everyone can understand and nobody feels uncomfortable with the situation. And last but not least, the tactic 65, so the proposed terms if lump sum resolution is not possible. So that in the end lead that nobody was feeling bad and they came to a conclusion which was good for the whole family.
Oh Oh wow, that sounds very interesting. I think I can remember another example. It was, I don't know, I think like 3 years ago when I wanted to buy my car. And I turned 18 and my father promised me to buy me a new car. And I saw it on this resale website we have in Germany. And first of all, I used tactic number 27, reject all suggestions that the price is fixed. We knew when we were driving there that we will not accept the price he was telling us. So the next tactic I should have used would be number 9, demand active involvement of all ultimate authorities. I know I was dealing with the man. It was a man and his wife, and I remember I was arguing with the man, but actually it was his wife's car. So next time I should use tactic number 9. Then what I could also have used is tactic number 14, set an artificial deadline. Next time I could have said, yeah, okay, but me and my dad, we really have to go. And last tactic I could have used is make last minute hesitation. It's tactic 83. So maybe I should say, yeah, but you know, I have to change the wheels next year and I don't know if I could accept this price. Yes, and when I think a little bit more about it, another example comes to my mind. I remember when a friend of mine, we were talking about what we want to do on the weekend. We didn't want to have some dinner together, we didn't want to drink a coffee, so we were quite unsure what we can do. So I used tactic number 5, seek agreement on broad principles. I know that we both love playing tennis, so this is like a shared value and a shared interest we share together. So I made the idea to go play tennis on the weekend. And then I remember she used tactic number 55, use indecision. So she said like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we should go eat something. And I was like, no, I thought we agreed on doing sports together. And then I remember, okay, maybe it's because she was ill the previous week. So I used tactic number 6, know your targets, probable limits. I knew that she was sick and maybe that playing tennis is too exhausting for her. So I made the idea of go playing paddle. Paddle is not that exhausting and we could maybe ask to other friends. And last but not least, I used tactic number 49, push your own actual experiences. I played paddle with my brother the month before and I told her about that experience and that it was very nice and it's not that expensive, and when we play paddle with 4 people it's even less expensive, and we decided to go play paddle and actually it was very, very nice. Well, thank you, Lena. Now it kind of all makes more sense to me.
That's very good. You're welcome. But nevertheless, I want to say that it's important to practice and test yourself in daily situations.
I see.
That you can perform in those situations you need to perform.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I want to say to you is that you need to understand the situation.
What do you mean by that?
So I mean that, as I said in the beginning to you, a lot of factors influences the negotiation, and we just talked about
like
the factor
space.
Yeah, for example. And
what
we
else?
just talked about the factor of power, but for example, the relationship is also a factor that influences the negotiation.
I understand.
So,
or also the timing.
Yes.
Okay.
Get that in your mind.
Okay, well, thank you.